The Sukhoi Su-27, often known by its NATO reporting name, Flanker, stands among the most iconic and influential fighter jets in aviation history. Its conception, design, capabilities, and operational success reflect decades of aerospace engineering, Cold War strategic thinking, and ongoing modernization. While relatively old compared to the latest generation of fighters, the Su-27 remains a pillar of many air forces worldwide, a testament to robust design, versatility, and enduring performance. The story of the Su-27 begins in the late 1960s, when the Soviet Union recognized a growing need for a long-range, high-performance air superiority fighter to counter emerging threats. In response to advanced American combat aircraft such as the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle, Soviet planners sought a heavy, long-range interceptor that could achieve air dominance under a variety of conditions. Design work began at the Design Bureau Sukhoi OKB, culminating in the so-called T-10 design. The first prototype of this series flew on the 20th of May 1977. After several iterations and refinements of the design, some of which experienced setbacks with prototype crashes and control system problems, engineers finally produced a stable, mature configuration. This resulted in the Su-27 or, in early production terms, Su-27S Flanker B. It entered operational service around 1985, with the formal induction of Su-27-based interceptors beginning in 1986. At its core, the Su-27 is a twin-engine, supersonic, air superiority fighter characterized by a large airframe, substantial internal fuel, long range, impressive speed, and high agility. Its aerodynamic design blends a delta wing influence with leading-edge extensions, paired with conventional tail planes, a configuration that gives the aircraft both stability and maneuverability. One of the big breakthroughs of the Su-27 was its fly-by-wire control system, the first operational such system for a Soviet fighter. Combined with relatively low wing loading and powerful control surfaces, this allowed the flanker to perform exceptional maneuvers even at low speeds or high angle of attack. The aircraft's agility is legendary. Notably, at air shows in 1989, a test pilot performed the now famous Cobra maneuver, a dramatic, near-vertical deceleration and climb, maintaining level flight at an angle of attack around 120 degrees. Under the hood, the Su-27 is powered by two Alabama 31F afterburning turbofan engines, which deliver enough thrust to give the aircraft a thrust-to-weight ratio exceeding 1 under typical load. That equates to excellent acceleration and climb rate, engines generating roughly 75 to 76 kN dry, and 122 to 123 kN with afterburner, enabling high-altitude speeds around Mach 2.35, roughly 2,500 km/h, and a service ceiling above 18,000 meters. Its very long-range capability reaches over 3,500 km on internal fuel. As for payload, the Su-27 carries a single 30mm Gryazev Shapunov GSH-30-1 cannon mounted inside the wing root at the right wing. Beyond the cannon, it can carry a wide variety of air-to-air missiles, notably short-range heat-seeking R-73 AA 11 inches Archer, missiles and medium-range radar or IR-guided R-27 AA 10 inches Alamo missiles. These armaments have made it a daunting foe in aerial combat. The Su-27 was never conceived as a one-role aircraft, rather, it was intended to be a long-range interceptor, bomber escort, and air defense fighter, complementing shorter-range fighters designed for tactical operations. In actual operations, it proved versatile. Over the years, multiple variants have been developed to expand or specialize its utility, from two-seat trainer conversion models to export versions, to modernized upgrades, even naval or multi-role variants emerged. Among its variants are Su-27P, a pure interceptor variant tailored for air defense, lacking ground attack avionics. Su-27UB, a two-seat operational conversion trainer, retaining much of the combat capability but used mainly for pilot training. Su-27SK export variants, customized versions for foreign buyers, sometimes with downgraded avionics to meet export policies. Shenyang J-11, a licensed-built version in China, derived from Su-27 export models, which later evolved into indigenous variations. Over time, the Su-27 platform also served as the basis for a family of aircraft covering a broad spectrum of roles: two-seat multi-role fighters, carrier-based naval fighters, strike bombers, and advanced fighters with new avionics and engines. Some of the best-known descendants include Su-30 multi-role, Su-33 naval carrier-based variant, Su-34 strike attack, and Su-35 advanced air superiority variant. The strategic value of the Su-27 and its derivatives became evident in multiple air forces beyond Russia. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, successor states inherited many Su-27s, including Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. Simultaneously, Russia exported Su-27 variants to numerous countries in Asia and beyond, including India, China, Vietnam, Indonesia and others. Beyond raw performance, two features have cemented the Su-27's legendary status among pilots and aircraft enthusiasts. First, its agility. The combination of powerful engines, fly-by-wire controls and aerodynamic design made post-stall maneuvers possible. The famous Cobra maneuver is among the most dramatic examples of what the aircraft could do. Second, its versatility and upgrade potential. The base airframe proved flexible enough to spawn generations of new aircraft fulfilling a wide variety of roles. As a result, even decades after its entry into service, Su-27 remains the backbone or genesis of many frontline fighters worldwide. Technically, the Su-27's general performance is impressive. Length about 21.9 meters, wingspan approximately 14.7 meters, height approximately 5.9 meters. Maximum takeoff weight around 30 to 33 tons, with internal fuel capacity enabling ferry ranges over 3,500 kilometers. Its maximum speed tops approximately 2,500 km per hour at altitude, with service ceiling above 18,000 meters, rate of climb exceeding 300 meters per second, and ability to sustain plus or minus 9 grams in maneuvers. Armament-wise, beyond its internal cannon and external missiles, while early Su-27s had limited air-to-ground capability, they could still carry unguided bombs and rockets on external pylons to perform limited ground attack tasks, though that was not the aircraft's core mission. The Su-27's longevity owes much to periodic upgrades and modernization programs. Several Su-27 units over time have been upgraded, for example, bringing avionics up to newer standards, improving radar and fire control, and enhancing operational reliability and multi-role capacity. Given its combination of long range, high speed, potent weaponry and agility, it has remained relevant despite the emergence of newer fighter generations. Its distinctive design, large twin engines, twin tails, wide fuselage, swept wings, and its reputation for maneuverability continue to earn respect among pilots and aviation observers. In summary, the Su-27 represents a major milestone in fighter aircraft design. Born from a Cold War imperative to counter Western air power, it matured into a world-class air superiority fighter. Its robust airframe, powerful engines, advanced controls, impressive flight characteristics, and flexible upgrade potential allowed it not only to dominate its own era but also to serve as the foundation for multiple generations of combat aircraft. Decades after its first flight, the flanker, in its many guises and derivatives, remains a formidable and respected presence in the skies. If you like, I can also provide a timeline of all major Su-27 variants, with first flight, countries operating them, and current status.